Hello guys, Thomas Ranger, and today I'm going to be doing a video called a Talk My Life video. Now, you probably are familiar with the Draw My Life, but since I don't have a whiteboard and I am extremely lazy, I'm starting something new called Talk My Life, which is basically for the people who don't have whiteboards or just don't really feel like drawing everything out. So, and I mean, unless if I was extremely popular on YouTube, I'm not doing another one of these or something for a long time. But I will do Draw My Life if I ever got popular, which probably isn't gonna happen. But anyway, I'm not gonna be saying any names of streets or house cities, I guess. We'll just say I always lived in the Chicago area. That's good enough, I think. But anyway, so a long time ago. Well, actually not as long ago as a lot of people, but still. September 21st, 2000, my mom and dad went to the hospital to have me, so that's all good. And yeah, so I was, born on September 21st at 11:37 p.m., which is at night if you don't know. So yeah, so obviously that would mean I'm 13 now, but anyway, back to that. So, I was born, and, I guess we could skip forward a while to my first birthday. No, about 6 months old. So 6 months old, instead of crawling, I did something that my parents always called dyslexic crawling. I crawled backwards instead of forwards, which my parents always thought was really weird. Because most babies, they crawl forward, but I crawled backwards. So, I was always different. So, I crawled backwards, which, yeah, that's just weird. I don't know if any of you ever crawled backwards, know anyone who crawls backwards. Please tell me, it'll make me feel better. But anyway, so, fast forward to about 1 year old, so, September 21st, 2001, my parents gave me my first birthday cake, and I was, there's a big one candle, and instead of blowing out the candle, I actually got my little, sippy cup of milk and started smashing the candle in the cake, so that was interesting. Now there was cake for everyone else. That was my own personal little cake, and I basically got my little milk thing, like right here, and this was the cake. I just started smashing it, and it was pretty great. So that's always funny. I smashed my cake when I was one. Instead of blowing out the candle, I smashed the candle. That should be a new thing. Smashing the candle. But anyway, so that was all good and fun, and about a month later, I started learning how to walk, which that was awesome. Because it's awesome to walk. Definitely a lot better. And I was actually running around by like December 2001, which I was like 1 still. So, I just turned 1 like 3 months before, so I was already running around. That was great. And now I can't really remember much after this point until, I don't know. Let's see. Let me think. Sorry. I'm doing this totally on improv because I think it's better that way. It's more entertaining, I guess. Maybe not, but I think it's better overall. So yeah, and I need to figure something out right now because I don't know what age I was now because I'm stupid. Anyway, let's see. I think I was like, what was I? Oh, okay. I was 3 to 4 going into preschool, so alright. So I was, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of kids parents get the option to put their kids in a year early for preschool. Instead of going at the 1 year, they could go 2 years. So my parents put me in the first year of preschool. So, not the first year, but like the early year. That, it's good to get me some, get smarter. So, I was very talkative actually. Which I'll kind of get how that went later on, but you know. So, yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I was very talkative in preschool. Like the day I started actually like about 2 weeks later. And like the first day I got there, you know, I was introduced and stuff, and then like I went to every kid in the class. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Blaze. Hi, I'm Blaze. Hi, I'm Blaze. Hi, I'm Blaze." I just kept doing that constantly to everyone. I'm like, well, at least one time to everyone, so you know. Because I was trying to introduce myself, and I didn't know how to introduce myself since I was only 3. So, you know. Yeah, that was definitely, I would probably say it was pretty interesting. Um, yeah, so, shortly after, though, I turned 4, because I think it started at Labor Day, so, like, right when I started, it was, like, 4 days before my birthday, and I turned 4, so that was awesome. Then, you know, I guess just keep going. I went into another year of preschool, and my preschool was actually a daycare that went from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., so it was 12 hours, but there was preschool, which was 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. Um, so basically, from 6 to 9, the kids just, I guess, like, got to play around and stuff. And then 9 to 12 was learning time. I don't really say it was even learning, because all we did was color and cut and glue. And sometimes we'd go outside on the playground, and other times we'd go outside. Or not outside, we'd go into the gym, but you know. It was better than school now, I guess. I mean, who doesn't want to just color, glue, and cut all day instead of doing actual, like, algebra and crap? But, you know, so I didn't like school anyway. But, you know, it was only 9 to 12, so it wasn't horrible. And then after that, I think it's like 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. No, 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, the kids would have to take a nap. And it was like 2 to 6 was playtime again, so, you know, it was, at least I just had to go 9 to 12, I guess I'll say that. I didn't really have any good friends, I would say. Like, you know, there's a couple kids I would talk to, but I was kind of independent more. I mean, I talked a lot, but I was more independent. And I remember in preschool, when we were learning how to write, I started picking up the pencil with my left hand instead of my right hand. So preschool teachers they kept taking the pencil from me, putting it in my other hand, and I didn't know what to do. And so eventually, after about the first month of preschool, they kind of just stopped trying to correct me, because they knew it wasn't going to work. They knew it. So they kind of just stopped, like, okay, this kid wins. He's not going to turn right-handed. He'll be a left-handed kid. So, alright, you know, that's all fun, you know. So let's fast forward to later in preschool, 2005. Alright. So, ever since, what was it, like, 2004, it was actually right when I was starting preschool, was when my parents started, when they bought a house to build. So, you know, and that's the house I'm still in, by the way, if you don't know. The house that they decided to make. So our old house was, you enter, living room, and then a kitchen was the main floor. We had our finished basement. There's, you know, a backyard with a pool swing set. Our garage was not attached. The second story was just a hallway with a computer room, a bathroom, my bedroom, and my playroom. And then in the computer room, my parents, well, because my playroom was originally the master bedroom, they added a third floor just for their bedroom, because they wanted me to have a playroom since I was going to be an only child. Because I did something, well, apparently when they were taking me out, so, you know, I'm not gonna get into detail with that, but let's just say I screwed something up so my mom couldn't have any more kids. So that's something I did. I was like, no, I don't want any brothers or sisters. I'm done. I don't, no more kids for you. So basically, that's what I did. My parents were just happy to have at least one healthy baby, so that was good. Yeah. So I forgot to mention when I was 3 years old, in around April-ish, in 2003. So I'd have actually only been 2. I caught a bad flu that I had for 2 weeks, and for about a week I was in the hospital, IVs attached to me. It was a bad time, but I was considering saying that, but I wasn't too sure, but I decided to say it anyway. But anyway, back to where we were. So 2004, so my parents were, building the house, and every week, me and my dad would always come over here and look how the house was doing. Sometimes my mom would come. But August 2004, or 2005, sorry, what am I thinking? So August of 2005, it was moving day. So, and I was still in the other preschool that was not in my town anymore. So, because we moved, so we had to go there and stuff, I remember. But August 4th, 2004, we didn't actually move in, but why did I keep saying 2004? 2005, god dang it. We were able to check out the house. It was completely done, so we were able to, check out the house. And we liked it, so that was good. Then the next day, it was moving day, so, moving day. So before I start getting into the whole moving thing, like after we kind of settled here, I would like to tell you a little mini story about my fish, Abraham. Okay, so I don't have him anymore. I had him when I was like 3 years old. And after about 2 months, Abraham died. I didn't know because apparently something was wrong with him, so he died early. But my mom told me he was just sleeping, and that night she went out to Walmart. And note the Walmart was not a close Walmart either, so she had to go a while. Because we didn't really have a Walmart near us, I guess, at the time. But she went out to a Walmart, found a fish that looked exactly like Abraham, basically like almost exactly the same, and replaced him while I was sleeping. This entire time, I was sleeping while she was doing this. And this one lived about 8 months, but eventually he passed, so, that was disappointing, and she wasn't going to get another Abraham, so. She didn't want me to have to, she wasn't just going to make me have Abraham forever, because eventually I'd have to know that pets die, so, sadly. Alright, but, maybe I should talk a bit more about pets, other than fish and stuff, but, a long time ago, I had this dog named Roxy. She tore up, I think it was 4 sets of furniture. But, so eventually we had to sadly put her down because she tore up 4 sets of furniture. And we just kept buying cheap furniture, because we knew it wasn't really going to last. But once we put it down, we bought a set of furniture that was good. Which, it was sad to have to put her down. She was a really good dog. And she broke our door and stuff. She broke some doors. She broke our furniture. That's why we sadly had to put her down. We didn't want to do it, but we had to. We had another dog named Rascal, and she was born in 1995, so older than me. So, that was cool. And then in 2003, no, 3? Yeah, 2003, we got a dog named Casper, and yeah. And Rascal, sadly, no, actually, I'm going to save this for later. That's actually a story I'm going to tell. But anyway, so yeah, we got Casper. That's awesome. Casper's great. So, anyway, back to moving. So, about the first week, I was happy with the house. I liked it. We have the foyer, Then to your left, the dining room. To your right, an attached garage. Like, we didn't have that before. And now if you were to go to the dining room, it connects to the kitchen with, like, a snack room, laundry room. There's like a little hallway with that. And then, if you kept going straight by the foyer, to your right, there'd be a bedroom, closet. Well, the bedroom is a spare bedroom, and the bathroom. And then there's also the big living room. And then if you went upstairs, well, and then there's the basement. Obviously it wasn't finished, but anyway, back to upstairs. It's like just a little catwalk thing. Right to your right when you get, or no, to your left, right when you get up there, my parents' room. It's their master bedroom. Then there's a bathroom with like a toilet, two sinks, which is basically meant, for a couple there. This is meant to be, a family house, so that's good. There's a shower and a jet tub. Then at the end there's a closet, a big closet. Then if you walk over to your right, there's a little closet, but then there's two doors. One leading into my room, which, hey, this is my room right now. My bedroom, big closet, it's awesome. And the other one was my playroom at the time. I'll talk about this a little bit later, too. So that was my playroom, and, connecting them was my bathroom, which has a sink and a toilet. But yeah, so all this is still here. Well, I'll talk about it later, but, Now, for the first week or so, I loved the house. But then, after a week, I realized we were never going to go back to the old house. So I hated this house. I always complained about it for, probably until, I would say, a week before my birthday. I hated this house. I wanted to leave. I did not want to stay here. And I said I was just going to move out onto the street or something. So my mom, as I was crying, sad, my mom was, packing my bag. She knew I wasn't going to leave, which I didn't. And then I just learned to accept the house, and now I'm happy we moved. This is home for me now. Because they wanted to move me young before I actually got friends, because they wouldn't move me now. But, they wanted to move me when I didn't really have as many friends, so, that was nice. And I remember our old backyard was just dirt. Then eventually we got grass, we got pool, and we got a fence. So that was awesome. And I'll talk about the other stuff later, so that's something. Anyway, so okay, so let's see. What should I talk about next? Okay. Let's talk about April of 2006. This was a great month because I really didn't. Whoa. No, never mind. Okay, good. April 2006 is really one. I think this is gonna be a really long video, but April 2006 was the year I actually got my first real friend. Now, I don't know if you know him, but Tenacious Do. I'm just gonna refer to him as Do because, I don't think he'd want me to say his real name, but I don't know, but I'll call him Do because, So, me and him met that day. So me and my mom were walking Casper and Rascal, and he was out there. He's not that far from my house. He's just a few houses down, but, that's good. Anyway, so, he's out there, I'm walking, and I say hi to him. He's like, I'm like, hey, what's your name? And he just says, I'm digging a hole, because he's, digging a hole in his front yard. And we always talk about this till this day. So, that's always, fun. So, we started racing each other. My and his parents started talking, and we became friends. And we've friends ever since, so that's always good. Yeah. Now, so we had a fun time, we had a fun summer. That was all good, it was fun times. It was fun times. So, then, that next year, I went to kindergarten. And he went into first grade. So, I was kind of sad because since I was only in kindergarten, my school time was 8:30 to 11:30, but his was like 8:30 to like 3:30, and he wasn't always home to like 3:45. So, I was sad. I'm like, well, now what am I gonna do? But I remember Sonic X. I watched the crap out of that show like almost every time I would get back from school. It was great. It was great. And when he came home, Pokemon was always on at 4 o'clock. Pokemon Advance. We would watch the crap out of that. That was great. Oh, that was awesome. So, those were some fun times. This is 2006, by the way. But then, I had my birthday. That was my first friend birthday party. But actually, no. This wasn't, well, I guess I did have other friends too, I had some other friends. But, like Tabasco, Tabasco, there's some other friends, people we hung out with. Not gonna say their names, my first birthday, not my first birthday, but like my 6th birthday was kind of a disaster. We crossed over friend and family. And just so you know, for any of you young kids out there who are just starting to make friends and your birthday's coming up, don't do this. Never do a friend-family crossover birthday party. It's not going to end well. It was just a disaster with my cousins and my friends. I didn't know what to do. So, we never did that again. But, now, then, about mid-October, something sad happened. My dog Rascal got sick and actually went blind. So, at first I thought, I didn't know what happened. I just thought she, was bumping into walls. At first I thought it was kind of funny. I'm like, what is she doing? But then, a couple days later, I found out that she went blind, and I was really sad about it, and I, regretted laughing at her. I didn't know. I'm only 6, so, I'm really sad. And about mid-November, we actually had to put her down because the vet said she isn't going to get better. So, I was really sad. But, so here's what the sad part. I come home, I'm in kindergarten, so I come home from school, I'm just doing my thing, but then, at night, it was a Friday night. So, I'd come home at about 7 o'clock, I realized, my mom and dad are right there, I'm like, Mom, Dad, I haven't seen Rascal all day. I've been home for a long time, where is she? And then they looked at each other, kind of said something, whispered something to each other, and they told me, well, Rascal had to leave. They kind of explained it to me. And I was really, sad. I grew up with that dog, It's really sad. So, and my parents knew I've always wanted a cat since forever, and they always wanted to have at least 2 pets in the house. And my dad always says I shouldn't agree to this. Not that he doesn't like the cat, but just the cat sheds and stuff. But so late at night, to fill the void, I guess, so they didn't want me to be all depressed for a long time. They got me a cat, Odie. See that's her foot right there. That's her foot. She's moving around over here. So I got Odie. Back then. So yeah, and she's been in all my videos, basically. So, that was at least something to fill up the void. I remember for that, I don't really remember much about 2006 Christmas, but what I do remember is this. I got some Pokemon stuffed animals that I still remember it was Mew, Raichu, and Eevee. I got a ton of other stuff, but I was just, for some reason, I was just so excited for those 3 stuffed animals. I don't know why. So, hang on, let me grab a drink. I'm actually really thirsty. Okay, but yeah. I don't know how I was so excited, but move on to the next year. So the next year, basically, I guess we'll fast forward to Easter. And that Easter, I always wanted a swing set, so my parents got me the swing set, and I would, like, 7 o'clock in the morning, I would, like, my mom's sleeping, I'd kind of wake her up, or she would go back to sleep, but I'd be like, hey Mom, I'm gonna go out in the swing, she'd be like, okay. So I'd, go out there. I was just so happy to have a swing set. It was a metal swing set, cemented in. That's always good. Yeah, so, it had 2 swings, had a little bar thing that you could do tricks on, and it had a slide, and had this, like, bar that you could do whatever you really want on it, I guess. So, that was awesome. So, that was just great. So, that was, I don't know. So, things kept going. It was fun. So, when I was 7, we finally had a separated birthday party. That was great. So, yeah. Sorry, thought I saw something else in the door. But, yeah, so, let's see. So, and then I'm gonna kind of be skipping over some stuff now because I don't really know what to talk about. I mean, things kind of just kept going like that until 2008 Easter. I got my first ever swing set, so that was amazing. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I've been keeping a lot of my video game stuff out of here because if I added my video game stuff into this video would probably be twice as long as it already is. So that would be too much. So, anyway. I guess fast forward to, I guess we could just go to 2009 because I don't really know what else to talk about. Now. Okay, so May 28th. Okay, so me and my friend McNugget. I don't know. I didn't really say how we met because like it would have took a long time to explain, but I guess I could summarize it. So my friend we were friends, but then he got another friend, all of us became friends, but at first me and McNugget weren't too sure about each other. Like we were like, we didn't know if we really would be friends, but we're good friends now. That's all good. So anyway, yeah, so that was good. Now in 2009, me and him were playing some sort of Pokemon thing. We were little kids. We don't know. I don't know what we were doing. Like I was 8, he was like 9, so whatever. But so we were doing this thing where like he was Team Galactic, I was like a Grovyle or something like that. And I was trying to get away from him. It was fun. It was kind of like a version of tag, but it was more fun, I guess, for us. But then later that night, I went to my computer. Now, no, I didn't go on my computer much at all. So I actually decided to go on my computer for once. It wasn't really mine, it was the family's, but still, whatever. And I decided, maybe I should give YouTube another try, because I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I think it was like 2006 or 7. It was the summer, no, it was 2006. It was the summer, and This video scared the crap out of me, and I never went on YouTube again. So it was almost 3 years. Finally went back on it, looking up Chow videos, and eventually I came across Gamer Girl 21. I saw her Chow updates. I was watching her videos from like 6 o'clock for like dinner time, all the way until 12 o'clock at night. So I watched her for like 6 hours.